Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome. What a glorious day it is. Good day to you all, wherever it is that you're tuning in from today. My name is Sunshine Day, and it is my joy to welcome you to our conversation and meditation. My program is geared toward those in recovery. However, you don't have to be in recovery to attend or benefit from the conversation and from the spiritual practices that we'll engage in. So, whoever you are welcome. And I'm just so, so happy that you're here with me. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And your name, so this way I can point you out and say hello on this fine day. In the United States of America, we're in a time in the month of November where most people celebrate what is called Thanksgiving. Now, Thanksgiving is a lot around some old history or maybe even mishistory, and I'm not even going to get into all of that. What I know is that thousands and thousands of people have been repurposing Thanksgiving as a day of thanks, and they actually begin to take a look at how they remain in gratitude and give thanks for families. So they have taken back this traditional way of seeing the pilgrims and the First Nation people coming together, whether that story is true or not, or just all the circumstances around that. They've actually said, we weren't there, but we're going to take this particular day and we're going to give thanks. We're going to give thanks for our families, for our friends. We're going to give thanks. And so, as we take a look at our repurposing this holiday that comes on the third Thursday or the fourth Thursday of November, we're looking at an attitude of gratitude. An attitude of gratitude. Now, for folks in recovery, they might hear that term a lot, having an attitude of gratitude. And what I want to point out is that gratitude is the ability and the sense of being thankful. And when I think of being thankful, I think about being thankful for the things that we've already received. Those things that we have already. Thankful for our friends, for our families, thankful for our car, a place to live, a roof, things of that nature. Why don't you go ahead and type into the chat box the things that you're thankful for and your attitude of gratitude? How does it start? Now, I like that. I like this attitude of gratitude that on every morning upon awakening, especially for those folks in recovery, when we begin to make a gratitude list, a list of the things that we're grateful for. Some people begin to actually text out their grateful message. Oh, today my gratitude list is this, and this, and they begin to text it out to other people who are supporting them in their recovery and on their road. And I love that idea. I love that idea of waking up and starting from my toes. And I start in bed. I wake up with this feeling of gratitude. I'm so grateful to be alive. I appreciate my life. We're going to talk about the word appreciate in a minute, but in this sense of gratitude, like, I get to live another day. And then I begin with my 10 toes and grateful for each toe and then each foot. And I begin to work my way up my body and just giving thanks and just having this sense of gratitude that it's working. Like, as I do it, I flex my feet and my ankles, I rotate my ankles, and I begin to really, really dive deep in this sense of appreciation. Now, that's what I want to talk a little bit more about, right? I want to talk a little bit more about this appreciation and how it fits in with gratitude, because appreciation is the full recognition. I'm so grateful for all of you who are joining in today, and I appreciate you. And it's recognizing the full worth of what it is that we're experiencing in the moment. For me, appreciation is about being present with those things that I'm thankful for, and for recognizing the fullness and the full worth of the allness that's before us. So what does that have to do with, sobriety or recovery? And for me, as I think about sobriety, being of clear mind, being free from intoxicants, whether those, again, intoxicants are alcohol or drugs or shopping or sex or gambling or stress or drama. Okay, how many folks are recovering from the drama in their life, right? Recovering dramaholics. You know, those being free from that, it's so easy to jump back into the drama. It's so easy to jump back into the drinking and the drugging. But the moment we begin to to have an attitude of gratitude, that in itself is spiritual. That in itself is a life affirming practice, is having this attitude of gratitude, of just pausing several times a day and just like looking around. Like, take a look around you right now. What's something that you could be grateful for around you? I see I see Adina Ray says drugs, drama, smoking, emotional eating, you name it, right? Those are all intoxicants. Thank you, Adina, right? Because those are all intoxicants. And when we are under the influence of those things, we don't have an opportunity to be grateful. Because in those moments, we are not grateful for anything. We're not in appreciation even of our own life. And so, what I love about having an attitude of gratitude, especially during this time where we've repurposed this idea of Thanksgiving, and some people have named it Friendsgiving, and it's really a time where folks come together. And this year we get to do it virtually. We get to come together virtually to really give thanks and appreciation and understand the full value of our lives and the full value of our recovery and our sobriety. Like, when I think about the freedom that I personally have, that, not only in the last, 24 hours, but in the last several decades, I haven't found it necessary to pick up a drink or a drug, or run, you know. Um, how grateful I am, and how much I actually appreciate having a sober mindset and living a sober life, living a life where I can really begin to appreciate the small things. Jeffrey, good morning, beloved Jeffrey. Jeffrey says, I'm grateful for your gift this morning in this moment. And how many times, thank you, Jeffrey, and I'm grateful and I appreciate you. How many times today, and maybe this could be our daily challenge, for the rest of the week, is how often we can pause and just simply say thank you to folks. Maybe those coworkers, maybe the person delivering the mail. I know that every time I see my mail carrier fill up, I yell out of my window when I hear my little mailbox, "Thank you, Philip." Thank you, Philip. I know my mail carrier's name, or how about the folks delivering your packages, or even just pausing at a red light to give thanks for the engineers and the street and the city in which we live in, that is using our tax dollars to provide us clean roads and traffic lights that work. I mean, I don't think we can run out of things to be grateful for. I think what's absolutely necessary is us pausing long enough to recognize the gifts that we continue to get on a regular basis. So what if you could just pause for just this moment and have the opportunity to appreciate your own life fully. I know a lot of times we want to be grateful for things out there or thankful for things out there. But I think that it's also important to be grateful for the breath of life. Fully appreciating the full worth and the full value of a heart that beats. Appreciating that every organ, every action, every function of our body is in working order. Even if we're aging, or as I say, saging, and they get a little rickety, maybe your knee's not working as well as it has in the past, or your elbow, or maybe your shoulder. But what if we could actually just pour some gratitude and some appreciation for ourselves, for the love that we share, for the activities that we engage in? I think it's important not only to show gratitude to others, but also to show love, appreciation, and gratitude for yourself as well. And so what I'd like to do is I'd like to just invite us into a time of meditation. What that's going to look like is we're just going to spend some time in the silence for a little bit, but I'm going to guide us to that. And I really want to focus on this idea of how we repurpose and how we take back Thanksgiving and give it our own meaning, and give it a meaning of being grateful for all the things in our lives and actually appreciating, recognizing the full value of our own life and the life of others. So if you're in a place where you can just take a few minutes to simply sit, or even if you're walking, I love walking meditation. So if you're walking, that's also a great way to meditate. But this one is going to be geared towards those of us who are watching. So whether you're at the office, at home, whatever it is that you're doing in this moment, I'm going to invite you to just simply pause, put that on pause for a moment, and actually show yourself some gratitude by taking this time for your own spiritual upliftment, your life affirming upliftment. This is definitely one way that you can show gratitude and appreciation for yourself. And if you're comfortable and not driving, just gently close your eyes or allow your eyes to come to a soft gaze. You can even cast your sight on something inspiring. And don't worry about the noise around you or around me or behind you or anything else. That noise that you might hear either in my background or your own background, that simply confirms life. It simply confirms that we are amongst the living. And so we're not going to fight with it at all. We're actually going to just let it be. Actually, we could even just notice that it's there. And now that you're noticing any sounds outside of you, simply bring your awareness to your own breath. Notice your inhale and your exhale. And as you're noticing and becoming aware of the rhythm of your inhale and the rhythm of your exhale, recognize the full value of the breath. In other words, appreciate this breath. Recognize that this breath is bringing oxygen to all parts of your body, your brain, your heart, all your organs. You might even say to yourself, I appreciate my breath. I appreciate the process of breathing. I'm grateful for the divine perfection of how my breathing brings oxygen to all parts of my body. Again, we're simply bringing our attention, and we have our attention set on the breathing and just the value of this breath. If we didn't have this breath, in this human form, we wouldn't be having this human experience. So I value it. I recognize its full worth. Now, if you can be still enough and quiet enough, bring your awareness now and maybe put your hand on your chest and bring your awareness to your heartbeat. See if you can feel your heart beating in your body. You might even want to put your fingers around your wrist and feel your pulse. That's also another beautiful way. And as you feel that pulse, as you feel that beat, let's just recognize the full worth and the value of our heart beating. Get into gratitude, like, wow, my heart is my heart is responsible for making sure that the blood is coursing through my veins, and that as as my breathing happens and the oxygen gets in my blood system, my my heart helps to transport that oxygen and that vital essence to every organ, every function of my being. And so I'm grateful for my heart. And then bring your hands, if you will, and place them on your abdomen, in that abdomen area. You might even embrace some of the love handles there and just love that up. You might feel your six pack, just love it up. Whatever it is that's uniquely yours, as you have your hands around your abdomen and your waist right there, just appreciate what you have. Appreciate it. I'm just so grateful right now. I'm just so thankful right now. And as we look inside and we think about our digestive system, our stomach, our intestines, our large and small intestines, the duodenum, and all of that, let's just give thanks. that these systems that we can assimilate, that between us eating and drinking, which we'll do lots of, that these organs right here in this abdominal area, that they are working to such perfection that our stomach and our intestines, that it knows exactly what to do with the food and the beverage that we ingest and that we assimilate. It knows exactly how to break it down, how to take the nutrients, how to distribute that, how to make it work in the body, how it stores fat, the intelligence, how it eliminates fat, how it does what it does in such a unique and precious manner. If we just simply begin to appreciate what we have and recognize its full worth, that right there in our abdomen, that our abdominal cavity actually has, feet and feet and inches and yards of intestine that know how to take all of those nutrients and distribute it and separate it from the waste, that which the body no longer needs. And let's be grateful for the natural and the ease and the grace in which our body also eliminates. The way it simply takes something, our food, our beverage, uses what it can, and then simply and gently eliminates that which is no longer needed by the body. Notice if we've ever taken the elimination process, that release process, for granted. And so we just remain in deep, deep appreciation. We also just take a look at our limbs, our legs, our feet, our ankles, our arms, our shoulders, all those limbs that get us from point A to point B, that allow us to reach for things or hold people or hug people, allow us to get down on our knees and pray, or get something from underneath the bed, or get down and play with children. Take some time to recognize how many miles and miles and miles and trips around the planet your feet have taken you. Sometimes we take our feet for granted, but not this morning. We're just giving thanks right now. And as you're thinking about the miles and miles of feet that your body has taken you through, we also then just bring our attention to our sobriety and to the way that we're able to be free of intoxicants right now, in this moment. Free thing that would obscure or keep us apart from our true self. And so this is the attitude of gratitude. This is a practice of appreciation. And if there's anything else about yourself that you're specifically grateful for, take a moment right now to just be with your own gratitude and your own appreciation. Yeah, grateful for the clear focus and powerful. Yeah, grateful for clear focus. Wow. And now gently open your eyes and notice your surroundings. Notice if you see them differently because you've just had this moment of appreciation and of gratitude. You know, living a sober life is amazing. Having that clear headedness, having the availability to be of sound mind, to appreciate life, even life's challenges, is a beautiful thing. And so I just want to say that I appreciate you. I appreciate you being with me for this 30 minutes. And I want to invite you to our next conversation and meditation that's happening today at 12:30 Pacific. So that's the challenge, is how many times can you say thank you? How many times today can you pause and just be grateful? When you pick up a pen, go ahead and be like, grateful for this ink that helps me communicate. Like, what are the smallest things that you could be grateful for or in deep appreciation for today? I'm looking forward to seeing y'all at 12:30 and hearing about all the things that you're going to be expressing as forms of gratitude. Know that you are loved. And remember, trust life, clean house, help others, love yourself. Until the next time, know that you are loved and cherished. Bye for now.
Celebrate life. You celebrate your life. Celebrate the memories, the birds and the trees, the hugs and the kisses, the hits and the misses. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till it's too late. Love and appreciate. Love and appreciate. Show them that you care. Show them that you care, and you'll always